All right, I just want to throw this information out there before I get into the nitty gritty of this video. Every single one of you crackheads that was in the Discord, all of us are finna go to jail for credit fraud. And I didn't even do nothing. I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Okay, if the UNSC, if the FBI decide that they want to drop a freaking Spartan 3, Spartan 4, and a whole ODST squad at my door, okay, I'm snitching on all y'all. Okay, y'all are cooked. Okay, everybody in that Discord, I'm snitching. But anyways, yo, what's good with you guys? My name is Fana, and welcome back to another video. And honestly, we're just gonna be playing Orbit Simulator, okay? I'm just gonna be sitting in orbit, and we're just gonna be talking about the state of Destiny 2, Bungie, and the whole shenanigans. Honestly, it's gonna be very minimal cuts. I ain't gonna lie to you. This might be a straight yap session. I ain't gonna lie to you. But first of all, I want to say thank you to everyone that's been supporting my channel. We are like literally like 2 subscribers away from 1.3 thousand. I can actually check it like right now, but we're coming up on a big goal, and I can only thank you guys for it. So I really do appreciate all you guys. I really do. But check this out. Bungie, Destiny 2, look, I think it's safe to say, and I talked about this in some videos like way back in like January and like February, back when Final Shape was still dropping trailers and whatever. And we're just coming off a Lightfall and that extra long behind season, bro. Look, I'm not gonna say I told you so, but I did I did figure this was gonna happen, right? I did figure this was gonna happen. And just sit back and relax. Here, check this out, y'all. Final Shape, it was never meant to save Destiny. It was never meant to save Destiny, and I called it because you want to know why? You want to know why I sat there and said that in some previous videos, bro? Because of the whole shenanigan that happened with Lightfall, okay? These crackheads had... the whole Lightfall situation showed so many people the writing on the wall. And when I sat there and said that, like, the writing is on the wall for this freaking company after Lightfall dropped, they made us pay all that freaking money for the DLC and the season pass for some week behind. It was so stupid. It was so bad. It was so bad. And I had people in my comments on my head talking about I'm not giving the Final Shape a chance. I'm not giving it a fair chance, bro. And I can barely even beat the campaign on all 3 of my characters. I just don't care. What Lightfall did was essentially kill any enthusiasm that people had, that the Destiny 2 community had with Bungie. Any trust, it killed a lot of people's just like momentum. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about like, the streamers, the popular YouTubers, because they do it for a living, right? They have no choice but to play Destiny because they gotta pay bills. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in that boat. Me playing this game does not pay no bills, bro. So like I had a completely different perspective. That's why I like doing these videos and talking to you guys, because I feel like I have a perspective that's different from, somebody that's like, that does their whole living off of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not doing trials carries, all weekend long. I'm not seeing her doing GM carries, world's first. I'm not doing all that. I'm just a regular guy that plays this game. And I saw the writing on the wall with this. And Bungie had so many opportunities, bro. They had so many opportunities. Literally since, I want to say, Shadowkeep to course correct. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to say doom and gloom. Like, let me go ahead and say this, bro. I feel bad for all, like, the people that work for a bunch that got laid off, the community managers, everybody that had like a big part, with Destiny. It's been like a 10-year journey. And I will say they have accomplished that goal of, this game getting to its final story and, the final shape. But at the same time, people, when when you sat there and found out how much Sony buying them for $3 billion, and then to find out that money got burnt through so quick, it was just like, what are we doing? When they got bought by Sony, I was like, okay, bet. Destiny is the main game that Bungie is focusing on, right? That's the main game that they get all their bread from, okay? They got a whole community behind it, raids, they got a whole entire just support group behind it, right? All they had to do, and I know it's not up to like, to community managers and certain devs. They don't have all the power to make the choices. I get, you got the CEOs and the people up in the high chairs that sit there and make these decisions, whatever. But, at the same time, a lot of this crap that has happened stems from years back, bro. And you know why? Because when they finally gave us those three brand new maps, you know how long we've went since we've actually had like some solid Crucible maps. You know how long it took them, bro. So regardless if it was Sony, regardless if it was independent version of Bungie, regardless if it was Activision Bungie, it's always been the consistently same crap. I And don't get me wrong, I'm being a little passionate about it. I'm kind of rambling a little bit. I'm not like emotional or nothing. It might come off that way. I'm just being, animated about it. But I'm just like, I'm just keeping it real, bro. Cause this could have been avoided. You know, they had people working on all kinds of different things. You're squandering money. For honestly, somebody had to have been skimming off the top. They got 3 billion. Somebody pocketed 1 billion. They got that junk and pocketed, bro. And I was joking around talking about so they spent that all on like vacation and freaking and they spent all that junk in Vegas. Honestly, that's probably what happened. Honestly. I need to see receipts. Hey, Bungie, we need to see receipts, man. I need to see where every dollar amount went, bro. Okay, because there's just no way why every time there's a new DLC, every time there's a new season, they spice it up a little bit, but overall, it's the same thing. Okay, Vanguard, Gambit, Crucible, the rotation of where the dungeon is and whatever story little missions that they add in every week that are weak as hell. It's just it could have been avoided. It could have been avoided. That's all I'm saying. And you can't really point the finger at one person. You know what I'm saying? Because it was a collective effort of screw ups over like the past like 6 years. So it sucks. It honestly sucks. But I am saying that this time next year, Destiny probably won't be now unless like at GCX, like my homeboy was saying, they pull something out their tail that we don't know about. Is there something they got cooking that we don't know about? Is there something we don't know about? I know they talked about Marathon. Honestly, Marathon, I really don't. I don't care. Okay, I really don't care. I don't care, Bungie. I don't care. I never cared about Marathon. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't care. Maybe Marathon comes out and it's a hit. What are the chances? If assuming it's still happening, I'm assuming it's still happening. We all know D3 is not happening. Then they had a couple other spin-off projects that they were doing. Like, why are we working on spin-off projects, bro? Invest the money back into Destiny. You know what I'm saying? Anti-cheat. Better, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, better servers, better cheat detection, more content. You know what I'm saying? Less reskins. Why do we keep reskinning stuff? You know what I'm saying? More customization, more world stuff to do. You know what I'm saying? We got all this exploration, but it feels empty sometimes. You know what I'm saying? We got all these planets and it feels empty still. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe some of you have a different perspective on this game than I do. But like I said, the writing was on the wall for me a long time ago. It was just like bad decision after bad decision. And like I said, you can't point the finger at one person. I'm not saying it was a community member's fault. I ain't even saying it's the main CEO guy's fault. I can't even say that because honestly, like I said, it was a collective effort. Okay, it was a collective effort because it didn't matter if it was under Activision, independent Bungie, or Sony Bungie when they had 3 billion and they had 3 billion a dream and they sat there and traded that we got nickels and pennies and some pocket lint. We got some pocket lint, bro. Biggest fumble of the decade. So what happens going forward, right? I know I've been rambling for a good while here, and I'm gonna post the whole thing uncut. But what happens next? Let's say you're a content creator, right? What do I do for myself, right? As somebody that makes videos. I've told you guys multiple times, it really doesn't matter what game I play. It just so happens the game I play is Destiny 2, and I just so happen to do commentary over it. But honestly, the commentary that I do talk about has nothing to really do with Destiny 2 sometimes. It's just, it's our common ground. We all like the game in some way or some way, shape, or form, or we all hate it in some way, shape, or form. We can unite on that front, okay? We can all agree to that aspect, okay? We can all agree to that. But for me, not much is really going to change, honestly. Because I went through a similar situation with Star Wars Battlefront 2. I had a whole other channel. I did, not commentary content, but I did Star Wars Battlefront 2 videos all the time, and they stopped updating the game. No more live service, no more nothing. So, It was just cold turkey. Then there's no content to make. And when I made this channel, I knew eventually Destiny 2 was gonna wrap up eventually. You know what I'm saying? But it, but I kind of came with the mindset of if you're here, it's definitely more so for my personality, I would hope, or for my yap sessions, or maybe for some background noise. I mean, maybe I'm useful for some background noise at least. You know, um, it's just like my vision I had, for this channel. I just like, being able to come home, like, when I used to come home from school and, be able to watch, like, whether it be like a Phase Jeff video or, like a Tyrone Magnus video, just like kind of like just hearing those dudes talk after a long day at school, after practice or something, that's always like a feeling, or even work nowadays as I'm older. That's always kind of like the feeling that the kind of space I kind of wanted to build, for other people also, because you really don't see it like too much, like so much that often. And I really just like talking about stuff. So that's kind of what I envision. It doesn't really matter what game that is. I'm not the best Destiny 2 player. I'm not some top trials player. I'm not a speed runner. I'm not breaking no records. I'm not some build guy like how like Astercross is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like a like a Rick Cactus that does guide videos on how to do certain stuff. I'm not one of those guys. I'm just your average solo clanless Destiny player. You know what I'm saying? And I just so happen to just talk a whole bunch. But like I said, I've been chatting for a good minute. We're almost like 13 minutes in. Check this out, man. But I appreciate you guys. I'm still gonna upload, how I normally do. The game might change up a little bit. I still plan on doing my goofy commentary, goofy content, random goofy videos. That's never gonna change, man. Regardless of the game. But like I said, I appreciate all you guys, and I appreciate the game Bungie has provided for us for the past 10 years. So I hate to see it go though. It's weird. It pissed me off a whole bunch, covering it, but at the same time, you hate to see it go in the fashion that went out in. That's tough. That's tough. But anyways, I'll catch y'all boys in the next video, man. And I am out of here. I'm gone. Yeah, I'm out of here.